Hello, my name is Cheyenne Robinson, and today I'm going to talk to you about disability. And more specifically, I'm going to share with you um, a person that I know. Well, I guess about like three people that I've, in my experience and what happened. The first person that was disabled was my father's best friend, and they were very close, so he was more like an uncle to me, Uncle Joey. And Uncle Joey was paralyzed from the waist down, and so he was unable to walk. And for him to get around, he had to use a wheelchair. And I was a little girl, but I still remember that whenever I would be around him, he would always pick me up and put me in his lap, and he would wheel me around in his wheelchair. And I just thought it was so much fun. I never um, looked at him any different. I treated him the same, not only because he was like family, but just because, I mean, he really was. He he's human just like me, just like you. He has feelings, and even another situation where my father had a job activity and it was on the beach. And there was this boy there. I was a little girl as well. There was this boy there. Maybe he was about a teenager. I said I was a little girl, so um, but I do remember my dad telling me that the little boy, not the little boy, I'm sorry, the boy, the teen, was no different from me or my sister, who was a little younger than me, and that we were still, to treat him just as we want someone to treat us. And so we did. We had a great time on the beach with the young man. We played in the sand and all that kind of stuff. It was like he was no different. His disability, he was no different from me or my sister or the other kids or the other people on the beach. He was still able to do and have fun and all of that. And I have a son. He's only one, but he was diagnosed at birth with a hearing loss. And so he's required to wear hearing aids for the rest of his life. And even though he's my son, I still look at him as no different. I still love him like I would love anyone else. And all of my family and my friends that come around him, they treat him the same way, like he's no different from anybody else. And that's how I feel about all people who have a disability, that they are no different from me, you know, from no one else. They're human beings just like the rest of us. They have feelings just like the rest of us. And even though they may be disabled, not every disability prevents, you from still living life. Like my Uncle Joey, like he couldn't use his legs, but he can still use his hands, he can still talk and all of that. The boy at the beach, he was still able to, talk, use his hands and do certain things. And my son, he's still able to do things. So not all disabilities, prevent you from living life. And even so, they're still human beings and they still deserve to be treated equal with equal rights. And that's just really how I feel about it. Um, my opinion, yeah, they should not be treated differently. That's just flat out how I feel about it. I believe in God and He all created us, and we are all equal. And even so, even aside from that, the Constitution was America was founded upon all men are created equal. So even if they're in disability, they have to use a cane. They're blind, have to use or they have to use a wheelchair, whatever. They are still just like us. They still need love and friends and support, and we should treat them as such. And if ever we were to see someone disabled that needs help, we should help them. And that's how, not only because of my Uncle Joey, because he, sad to say, he later on passed away. So even after that, my family still taught me the same thing. that, respect your elders. If you see someone in need, go help them. So whenever, like if we saw someone in a wheelchair or something, we were supposed to go, open the door for them or whatever. And even though my son's one, when he gets old enough to understand, I will tell him the same thing. If you see someone with a disability, you don't laugh at them, you don't pick at them, because they are the same, just like you and me. They have feelings, they need love and support. And, whatever you can do to help them, you should try to do it. Because not only, because it's the godly thing to do, but again, because America and the Constitution was founded upon all men are created equal. So I hope that if someone is watching and they know someone with a disability, that hopefully they're able to help them. It is, you can always go to Google or something and you can look up how to help others. It is a website actually for people with disabilities, and you can go to and you can find all kind of resources and stuff like that. It's the Americans with Disabilities Act homepage, www.ada.gov. And I hope my experiences and my opinions can help someone else to see that people with disabilities are created equal as well, and that we should do whatever we can to help them. And yeah, I hope my video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. My name is Cheyenne Robinson.